Hi, my name is Rodrigo, this is Ether, and we are continuing our series on the parables of Jesus, and today we're going to look at the parable of the treasure and the hidden pearl. These two parables are unified thematically, and they're not super long, so we will begin by reading. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field, which someone found and hid. Then in his joy he goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant in search of fine pearls. On finding one pearl of great value, he went and sold all that he had and bought it. This parable is really not that hard to understand and is basically teaching us two things about the kingdom. One, that it needs to be found, and two, that upon finding it, it is worth everything that we have. Now, let me be really real for a second, because there's, generally speaking, probably two groups of people that are watching this video. One, that when I say that the kingdom really is worth everything that we have, are going, yay, the kingdom of God really is worth everything that we have. And if you're that person, I am super encouraged and grateful that you have found a church or a group of people, or maybe in the teachings of Jesus, you have found something that you really, really feel is worth everything you have. There's another group of people that may not necessarily feel that way. And that group of people is probably very big and feels that way for very different reasons. But let me sort of talk to a smaller group within that group. And again, I'm being really real here. I'm not even reading off of my script anymore. Because the reality is that a lot of people don't feel super excited about church or the teachings of Jesus because they've been hurt by church. Maybe you were part of a congregation that didn't treat you very well, or the leadership didn't treat you very well, or you found a lot of hypocrisy there. And as a person who has experienced his fair share of church hurt, let me say that I totally understand. That pain is very unique, and that pain really, really hurts. But the whole point of these two parables is that the kingdom of God is worth searching for. And if you have not found the kingdom, what I would encourage you with is keep searching. Now, let me be super clear. I am not encouraging church hopping here. Although if you've exhausted all possibilities, maybe it's time to move on. But the reality is that every church member, every church leader, and every congregation as a whole really needs to ask themselves whether they embody the kingdom of God. And if they don't, then you need to keep searching for a way for that to be a reality. To what this parable is saying, I would like to add also that when Jesus left the earth, what he left his disciples tasked with is taking the kingdom into the world. And that is part of our job. And maybe that means that we take the kingdom to somebody who's never heard of it. And maybe that also means that we try to embody it in the place where we are. And maybe your congregation or the group of Christians that you're with doesn't feel like they're really embodying the kingdom. And again, what I would say to that is keep searching, keep working at it. Arrive at a place where you look around and you go like, man, this is a place that is worth everything that I have. One of the things that I was struggling with this video is that the message is really simple, and yet because of different life circumstances, there's a lot of people who wouldn't necessarily celebrate what this parable is saying. But again, part of the point of this parable is the journey of searching. And so keep searching, keep going until you find the kingdom, and you will find it. That's part of what this parable is talking about. And we cannot give up. We can't give up. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully it makes sense. I abandoned my script here a few minutes in because I just really wanted to be genuine and really talk about this in a way that came from the heart. Again, as somebody who has experienced some of that pain and has experienced not necessarily the greatest things at church, and yet right now I'm part of a church that I'm really fired up about. And so as always, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and hopefully you've enjoyed this series. And if you have, please subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.